Hey folks, welcome back to the lab. Here we are with another, this is a fun project. This one's great because there's no paint and it's not gigantic. This is a nice small mid-size. And I'm really starting to love these mid-size lanterns lately. Oh, and there's the sun coming in, great. It used to come in this window from over here in the summer, and now it's coming in over here. So yeah, this is a PRISCO Pony. It's a little cold blast, and that is, it's these junior size. This is an Embry midget, so they're pretty much the same darn thing. It's future project Embry midget, very cool. But yeah, here we go, and this is brass fount. Or copper, not sure. We'll find out. Because it was a little heavy when I picked it up, and I have my little flashlight that had magnet on the back of it, and yeah, sure enough, that's still okay. Everywhere else is metal, but yeah, very cool. So we're going to reveal that, and we're going to get this baby cleaned up. I think this is going to clean up really nice. Really nice. Very cool. It looks like it was tinned on the outside of the brass. So we'll see what kind of finish we get out of it. Do we want to clean the whole thing off, completely, or just, what I mean? So it'll be, this will be fun. This will be creatively interesting to see how we end up with things. And I love the simplicity of this, man. Just look at it. There's just no, I pull off this one part here, and this thing's completely disassembled. It's great. Love these mid-sized things. All right, let's take a look at it. I'm excited. All right, so we'll get this junior out of here, and I think I got a nice globe that'll go in this. I think I have a globe that is it's got the purple tint to it. I forget what element it is that's in the glass that makes it turn purple after a while. Why am I cleaning this off? I don't know. My brain just like, in restore mode, getting shit off. Okay, we're not going to use this globe, so, okay. All right, so, and we can get this little lever off of here. I'm going to get my piece of paracord out, because that really seemed to be the easiest way to get that off. And I'll show you what I'm talking about here in just one sec. Okay, now, so with Rayos and PRISCOs, Rayo is made by PRISCO. So they're very simple. This, is sprung into these two holes here on each side. So you just want to bring one of these in to pop this thing out. No desoldering or no nothing. Just sometimes it can be real hard to get some good leverage on that, to get that off. Especially the older you get, the older the lantern is, the harder it is to get at. I'm looking at little wear marks, looking at this little thing here. It was probably somebody's thumb. Up right here in the top. That's pretty neat. All right, so I'm going to go for this little point right here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to get this 550 paracord, very strong cord. This is my piece that I keep around just to do this. So I'm going to want to pull that. All right. Okay, so you can see where I have that looped around right there. So I'll take that, and that'll be what I pull on to get my leverage. Oh, wow. Wow. I fear I'm going to pull a solder off. Wow, it doesn't want to move. It's probably because this is a smaller lantern and it's still the same gauge of metal, so. I wonder if I try it like that, if that helps. Well, and that's not budging, man. That's not budging. If I try any harder, oh, whoa, I just hurt my shoulder. Okay, well, this thing's clean enough where that's not a big problem at all, so. Okay, that's brass. Oh, man, and all that comes off? Wow. That just really made my day. I lose sleep over freaking burners and filler caps because you should see the state of the lanterns that I buy. I mean, this is spotless compared to a lot of the crap I find. I'm looking for a wick, and there is one in there. Nice. All right. Any more in there? Oh, okay. And inside the tank looks great. Right. Yeah, this, you know, I always like to look at wicks, especially ones that fall in. It gives me a good indication to tank health. You know, it could kind of tell you by color and maybe stuff stuck to it or rust or any of that kind of stuff. So this is just typical aging. So no major pickups of any kind of crap that was on the bottom. So, oh yeah, we can put that one back in there. I'm probably going to want to clean it up. Well, you know what? I don't even need to clean that up. All right. Okay. So, nothing else to take off this. Nothing else. So I think, boy, it would sure be great if I could do it without this thing on it, but that's okay. It could be worse, man. It could be a lot worse. All right. So I think I'm going to go right to the bench grinder and get at a lot of this stuff that it's just got gold paint. Ugh. Gold paint. Yeah, you can't really see it because it makes you think that you're looking at metal, but it's not. That is freaking gold paint, son of a bitch. Well, let me see what I can get off. It'll make it a lot easier once I put some easy off on there to get the rest of it. So let me see what I can get off. Oh, freaking gold paint. I mean, yeah, I knew the second I said, oh, this might be kind of a quick, easy cleanup, but no. All right, so I'll get that back. That's kind of bent, kind of weird, and I'll fix that. All right, let me see what I can get off with the bench grinder here, and I wonder if that is a solder repair. Looks like it might be right there. Copper oxidation down there. Okay, I'll be back in a few. We're gonna, yeah. Okay, it's too bad. I'm sorry that this didn't work for us, but typically the bigger rayos, that works for me every time. But I guess the small ones, you know, you still got the same thick gauge steel, but it's much more compact and it's harder to undo that. Okay, I'll be back in a sec. Man, that gold paint is just laughing at this lantern. It's laughing at my bench grinder. Like I've told you before, the bench grinder is very mild, so it's just like, I can't do it. Can't get through that gold paint. But little wisps of copper coming out here and there, so good. Good. Good indication as to some of the metal here. I can see where it's worn smooth there from use. Okay, you got a little bit of the dirt here. And that's gold paint. That's all over that. So, I gotta go put some freaking paint stripper on this. Gosh darn it. Just because I was hoping I wasn't gonna have to put stripper on it, but at the beginning here, I didn't know that this was gold paint. It had me fooled because I don't look these things over very heavily when I get a lantern to do a video on. I like to go into it as blind as I can, you know, learn as I go. And it's, you know, I figure that makes interesting content. So I'm not like acting like, oh my gosh, look at that gold paint. I had no idea. I'm not making shit up here. Why would I? Why would I? So all I'm doing here is, first I'm bored and I'm talking to you while I'm looking at stuff. So, and I know that right now that my next hour of working on a lantern is null and void now because I need to go put stripper on this. So I don't have something to work on. So I'm bummed. So that's why I'm kind of playing here and getting some of the big chunks off. That will make the paint removal incident, upcoming incident, go smoother, or easier, or faster, or at all. Maybe while I'm doing that, I'm gonna come in here and work on this lighting a little bit. This bulb here is not bright enough. I'm always having shadows on this side. Trying to eliminate all the shadows I can. I got a shit ton of light here, and I have shadows everywhere. It's bugging me. All right. I know it looks like I'm hurting things, but this is a brass brush, and for any metals that are harder than that, it scratches it very little. Because brass is a soft metal, and so is copper. Copper is softer than brass, but brass cracks. Brass can, it just gets old and it cracks. Oh, bummer. Bummer on some lanterns. You could have a lantern that looks completely pristine, you know, and all nice and polished brass, but you'll just find big cracks all over it. Yeah, look at that. Nice. Man, they painted every surface of this. It is a metallic gold paint. Ugh. All right, well, actually, while I see there's a pointy bit on here. Why don't I hit a couple little spots that may be harboring heavier paint in here before I go and do that. Okay, yeah, little old me. I couldn't help myself and come back looking for more little things to get off here, because the reason I'm doing that is because I know gold paint, man. Gold paint sucks. It just laughs at everything you want to throw at it. Paint stripper, oven cleaner. Yeah, it just laughs at it. So by the way, I got the dent. Got the dent out of that and got it cleaned up on the bench grinder, and that's great. I haven't even steel wooled it yet, and that looks great. So the cap, once I put the stripper on this, Sometimes all my radios light up at once. It's pretty interesting. So then I'll come back and work on this cap, get it all polished up, and I'll work on the burner a little bit. And this is all gold paint. You'd think that's brass, but that's all freaking gold paint all over it. Little bit of brass coming through. All right, so let's see. Let's see how much it takes. Oh, okay. There is more of that repair visible there. That's cool. Nice repair. Leave that for sure. All right, cool. All right, I'll be back. Well, yeah, we got some off. Man. I'm going to go back at the Dremel tools for a while and see how I do. Oh, man. I'm going to go back to the grinding wheel, too. Yikes. I can't believe that stuff. It's nuts. But yeah. All right. Yeah, so back to the bench grinder. So I clean this up. I polish that up real nice. Cap's looking great. Burner looking great. Well, I still got a little bit more work to do on this yet, but I haven't gotten any of the Dremels out really, except for the junk bit. So let's go back to that junk bit and do junk bit work once again here. And you can hear radio going in the back, in case you're wondering what the noise is. A couple of guys sound like they're in Michigan and Ohio. These chaps are talking. Okay, so go back to some junk bit. I'll get some more little bits off before going back to the bench grinder. Yeah, it's been really hard to discern what is oxidation, what is paint, and what is copper, what is steel, what is brass. Very weird mix of, that's the weirdest thing about that gold paint. Oh, I hate gold paint. All right, let's clean this baby up. Okay, well, I'm going a little nuts. I can't help it, but I'm going to go back to the bench grinder, and yeah, things are coming off a lot easier now. So let me do a little bit of that. That won't take long. This won't take me long, but I'll be right back. Yeah, look at that. Nice. I'm going to probably go back over to the polishing wheel again, but I wanted to see how the rest of this thing catches up. I may want to keep this more back in this tone rather than super high polish while I check other things here. So yeah, boy, that made it so much easier to make it look nice without that freaking paint on there. Now I'm going to go back to the junk bit and do a couple things that the wheel couldn't get. up, man. Wow. How much did I chew away at that? Not bad, man. Not bad. And the spindles, or whatever you want to call them, the little hairs, stayed on there. Great. That's great news, man. Maybe I was just using them all wrong before. We'll see. The verdict is still young. I'm going with a fresh pointy bit here because it's a great lantern, and there's copper that can scratch real easy. So I'm going to go with a newer one. All right, let's clean her up. And then I think I'll go back to the polishing wheel with this, give it a little more of a hump. This thing shaping up. Very nice. So now we got to do the top of this because the orientation of my wheel can't get in up in here. So I got to find a good way to do this, because this is you know, this is a buffing wheel and this would be my hands. Oh, and I see there's a little bit of the, yeah, I'll have to get that off of there. All right, so I got some Brasso. Now I need I find it easier to get what I need off to the side with Brasso rather than dump it out on a rag or something. Too much always comes out. All right, so let me see. Oh, I wish I had something with a flat. Yeah, that might work. Something flat, plastic, so I can get in the corners with the. Yeah, I'm probably gonna break this though. Well, a ruler's a good idea. Well, we'll do it with that. Let's try that. Let's try that for a minute and see how we do. Ooh, all right. Oh, I'm liking that. Awesome. Yeah, getting right up to the corner there. Great. Ooh, look at that starting to shine up now. Great. I need to get another one of these. I'll wipe it off and see what we're dealing with here. Good, good, good. So, okay, that's working. Good. We'll keep doing that. I'll probably get in there with my hand or my finger in the rag here too, because nothing like a nice squishy human finger to get over the little bumps and things and behind things like that right there. Oh, I can't get behind it because I rubber banded down. Oops. Very cool. Very cool. I'm glad I was able to get in there where that doesn't get. Okay, so let's give that a second and we'll let that dry up. And I'll wipe it off. Maybe I'll try putting some of that down on the rest of this. I feel like it added another element to our polishing. Let's try a little spot. Nice. All right, so we'll come back around to that because there's little blotches of polish that my fingerprints everywhere. But I'm gonna give this a once over with steel wool. How the hell did I get that on there? Oh boy. There we go. All right, so let me put a fresh 800 grit on here and we'll give the body here a little once over. We're almost done. We're almost done, man. It's beautiful. This thing is freaking beautiful. I'm loving this thing. All right, let's go 800 grit. So let me do some quick steel wooling on this thing and we're going to treat it and we're going to be done. And I think we're going to fire this baby up. I want to see this baby burn. This is a beauty, man. And like I said, I'm really starting to have a little love affair with these mid-size lanterns. Alright, so let's put some oil on here. Not all of it. Not all of it, just the upper part. We'll oil it up. The rest of it doesn't need it. And then we're going to assemble, and then we're going to throw some kerosene in there and see if it holds it. I don't see any reason why it wouldn't. at all. All right, let's do some oiling. This is a pretty lantern for sure. Right. Well, let's make things look fun here. Let's see, what did I do? Oh, yeah. Okay, the wick has been properly cleaned, and I'm going to put this end up on the top. All right. Original wick going back in. Very nice. That's all cleaned up. Ooh, man, this thing is pretty, man. This is pretty. Love that little corresponding brass and copper kind of thing going on there. How great is that? Okay, now I need a globe. Let me go find a globe. Oh, and some kerosene. I'm going to do that right now. So, I'm going to plop a little in here, and then we'll give the wick some time to soak up some delicious kerosene goodness. That's more than enough. I'm not going to be burning this every day. All right, so now we wait for the wick to pick up kerosene and do its wicking. Look at that thing. Dang. All right, let me give it just a couple minutes. I'll be right back. I'm going to go look for a globe. Right. So, this one's got a very light manganese tint to it. Very light purple, but this is nice heavy glass too. Man, this thing's pretty, man. Wow, I've been doing a lot of that with, oh geez, with no light. No wonder I had some issues. Wow. Okay. Whoops. Did not realize I didn't have that turned on. All right, so I can't get, more of a shiny finish on the top of the fount because I am not a buffing wheel. But it looks fine, man. Did kind of want to tone things back anyway. We didn't want to go super mirror finish. We wanted to, to show its age, show its dents a little bit, and show a little bit of dirt and thing around the letters, so the letters are more pronounced. So there is a method to all this. There is kind of an artsy artistic license. Let's put it that way. with lanterns, you know, restorations and the way you clean them up. And some people like to keep them dirty, and some people don't like to clean the glass. That's all right. It's cool. All right, so let me check. Nice. Damn it. Okay, I was hoping I can just flip that up and check the wick. But I gotta take the glass out. There we go. All right, we have fuel. Very nice. Now we'll check underneath. They're weeping. Nothing. Nothing. No weeping. I love that. Love that. Nothing I got to worry about. No sealing of any shit going on. All right. Very cool. Wow, this globe's got a very crazy swirl in it. That's pretty cool. I'll show you in a minute. Neat. Boy, I'm so glad to finally have. See, Rayo's lift mechanism leaves a lot to be desired. There's nothing really super fluid about it. But this one's great. It's one of the best ever, actually, that I've seen from a Rayo. Look at that. That one's fluid. Very nice. I am loving this. All right, so let's come down here and take a look, and then we're going to light it up. Oops. There we have it, folks. PRISCO Pony. Cleaned up even better than I imagined. That's so great. Love it. Love it, love it. I had a couple bad lanterns before this. A couple bad projects. When I say bad, I mean they just didn't agree with me, and they threw wrenches at me and cut me and made me bleed and made me hate lanterns for a couple of hours. But now we are all good. Yeah, see that right there? Yeah. Okay, let's light her up. All right, so we have that supervisor baby lit over there. I turned it down a little bit. Okay, so let's light this puppy. All right, got a little bit of a horn there, but that's probably me and my trimming. Nice. Whoops. Oh, jeez. Right. Trying to clean the lens, I made it worse. Hold on a minute. There we go. That's what we wanted. All right. All right, we are lit. There it is, folks. Loving that. All right. By the way, Supervisor Baby's got a girlfriend over. This is a winged wheel 350. She's a fine little lady. A little bit shorter than him. Yeah, all cleaned up. Ever seen a winged wheel 350? Yep, smaller than a Supervisor Baby. By not much, but okay. Now, let's turn on some lights here and yeah, see what we got here. All right, folks, that's it. That's going to do it for us here in the lab for a Prisco Pony. Nice little mid-sized cold blast. There's little hairs from the rag on it. Bugs me. Little horn on there, but oh, now that, oh yeah, it's evening out real nice now that it's warming up. Ow. Yeah, that was dumb. All right, that's it, folks, man. Loving this. Folks, thank you for stopping by the lab, and as usual, don't you go changing.
We'll be back with the Magic Tunes for the Armada Room's 2-hour disco swing party after this short break. Till then, don't you go changing.
Sit, Ubu, sit. Good dog.